I think the way it ended was frustrating, but I think we could take a lot from our experience this year. I thought it was a up and down year, and it wasn't the kind of season that we came in thinking we were going to have. And I thought we had the opportunity to give up and just accept the fact that we're 11 games under 500. We haven't played how we wanted to play this year. But I think we showed our true character as a group, and we fought and gave ourselves an opportunity that a lot of teams didn't get, which is to play in the postseason. We had a tough draw, the best team in the league, and I felt good about it. I thought we played them well a lot of times in our last 10 matchups. I feel like we played them really well, but they also showed their championship pedigree. And when you can't sustain that mental focus for 48 minutes. 5 minutes and you down 25 points. I think we've seen that a number of times happen against us. In Game 2 it happened. Game 3 we built up a lead and we had a little bit of slippage and they did it again. And tonight they jumped on us. And like I said, I'm proud of what we showed in the regular season and gave ourselves a chance. But looking at the way this first round went, I think it's obvious that we need to go back and get better individually and come back ready next year and put it together better as a group. Because you never want to go out like we just did, and it's disappointing.
Jen Burley, the Oregonian. That said, with such a young roster, what do you think you guys gained from making the playoffs?
I mean, well, we made the playoffs last year, and being young, fine. You can use that however you want to, but there's no excuses. You're an NBA player. We're an NBA team, and in the NBA, anything can happen on any given night. And when you get into the playoffs, you play against a team like them. You got to have your mind right. And I think a lot of the slippage that we had, it didn't have to do with us being young. We've been young all year, and we've had plenty of experience and plenty of time to figure it out. We've played them, 10 times this year. We played them 10 times, including the preseason, and they haven't changed. So at some point, mentally you got to be aware of what they do, how they play, what guys like to do, and use that to your advantage. So that's what you do as a basketball player and as a professional. You have that level of understanding, and ours just wasn't good enough in this series. But being young, I think people saying that it's overrated. That's an excuse.
Damian Casey Holdall, trailblazers.com. When you guys got down big, what were you thinking when you were out there trying to get back into the game? And two, you didn't come out until halfway through the fourth quarter. Can you explain that decision to play continuously through 3.5 quarters?
I mean, I didn't even know that coach was going to do it. But at shoot-around, I said we need to come out and have some pride, and we got to fight until the finish. And they jumped on us, and I've watched them play enough. It seems like every game they've played this year has been on TV, and I've seen them have huge leads, and teams just keep on coming and coming. And the way they play, so fast-paced and taking transition threes and cutting, they'll allow you to get back into the game. So when we got down 20 out, I know that we can run off points quick. I know that I can get hot, CJ can get hot. Our crowd gets into it and things go in your favor that way. So I felt that we put together a good run, we can get back in the game. And plus, this is all we have. Regardless of what the score is, this is our season right here. So I wasn't going to go out there and just lay down because of the way the game started. And I was going to compete until I wasn't on the floor no more. Coach left me in, and I gave it what I had. And they just had the better team. They had the better night.
All right. Dame Kerry Eggers, Portland Tribune. Nurkic energized not just the team but the city when he came in. You'll have a healthy Nurkic next season. You'll have some time in the preseason to work with him. How excited are you about the potential there?
I think everybody's really excited about Nurk. Having that post presence, a guy we can throw the ball on the block to, and him being able to score and make plays, and also his confidence is really high. I think to win in this league, you got to have guys who have true confidence, and I think he's a guy who has that. And he just brings something to our team that we didn't have. A swagger that he has. He's really impacted our team. So I'm excited about moving forward with him. and getting on him this summer, making sure he's working. And you know, he had a great run with us. It was, you know, what, 19 games, and he's young. Just making sure that he understands. You know, you had a great stretch, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen just because it happened one time. You know, it's a long year, and he has to be ready for it because we want to be a championship team. And you know, you got to go through this, but for him, he has to understand how important he is to that, and I think he does. So to answer your question, I am really excited about having him going forward.
One last question.
Orlando Sanchez, KGW. Dame, do you look at playing the Warriors as a barometer of where you guys want to be and where you see the team being?
I mean, yeah, like I said, they're a championship team, and watching them and playing against them is obvious. And you know, they're very consistent. You know, they whether they're up or down, they just continue to play. They continue to be who they are. They play loose. They play together. They have a great understanding of how to play the game, and that's hard to play against. You know, when you add that with the talent that they have. But for us, I think we look at them, and you know, you don't say we want to do what they do, but you want to have that cohesiveness and that understanding and that effortless flow to the game. You know, you want to have that, and that trust that they have with each other, you want to have that for your team. And you also got to understand that, you know, if you ever want to get out the West, you're going to have to go through them. And for me, I understand that that's what it is. And, you know, it's always been that way in the NBA. I think about, you know, when the Pistons was just beating up on Jordan. And he was just kicking his butt every year, and he had to get through them if he wanted to get to where he wanted to get to. And that's just what it is, because they're going to be here. They're going to be there every year, and we have to look at that and understand that we got to be better. We got to go get better and come back better as a group if we want to move past them.